Hold up now. I'm gonna need you to pause. Cause, ayo, she just said what?
Hello, hello. It is me, Santoki, aka Toki. Today we are doing Tophia, and we are gonna go over her live from the 24th. There has been a new Tophia archive channel that has been uploading. They are literally called Tophia Archive, and they uploaded the live, and they condensed it. They like clipped it down. It was like about a 2 hour live. They got it to 47 minutes, and that's what we're gonna watch today. I will link their channel in the description, just as I always do with So Much Ga, Barbecue Chillin', whoever else I use videos to react to, because I'm very thankful. They don't got to do this, but they do this. And yeah, please subscribe to them. Before that, Tophia, you're a liar. I went on So Much Ga's page and I saw they had posted her live from last night and all that stuff. Yeah. I click on it, right? Usually I click on it just to see what the vibe is, just to see what I'm trying to get into when I do watch it in its entirety, right? So I click on the live. The first thing I see is smoke. When I tell you, I said, oh, this bitch. She thinks she's cute. She thinks it's funny. Oh. Tophia, you are full of shit. You're a liar. And you think it's cute. Like now I'm starting to think she's doing it on purpose. But she did it literally. The live starts. You see that little smoke. And I was like, oh, no wonder nobody was talking about this. Because it happened as soon as the live started. So nobody had time to catch it. But Tophia, I got your ass. I got your ass. You think you can get anything past me? No, especially first of all, don't ever lie to me. Don't ever lie to me and then let me catch you in that lie. You can lie to me, but don't ever let me catch you in a lie. Don't. What I always say, play with your pussy, hold on, play with me. Don't do it. Don't. And you gonna lie repeatedly and then do dumb shit like that, like smoke? Are you stupid? Well, yes. So I saw that. I said, oh, clip. Clip. And I'm so mad. That's another beef I got with YouTube. YouTube, why did you edit my video like that? Why did you trim my video like that? I was like, I'm not crazy. I saw the smoke, but when I saw my short, I was like, I don't really. Like, you can see it, obviously, but it's not as clear as how I envisioned it. So YouTube, what's going on? What's really going on? But yeah, she's vaping. She's still vaping. We knew she was vaping, but it's like, Tophia, you think we're dumb, and we're not. And that annoys me. So I got your ass. There you go. She's still vaping. And she's vaping indoors? What you do in your home is y'all's business. But Tophia, that's not your home. That is a shelter. That is a place that is being provided for you because you ain't got nowhere else to go. And you want to vape indoors? Do they know that? Are they aware of that? Is your roommate aware of that? Because as someone with asthma, I'm not going to be in a room with somebody who is vaping like that. And I just want to preface this. Do not get it twisted. If you vape, don't care. Do you. I'm talking about Tophia. Keep vaping. Keep lying. I'm going to keep catching you and I'm going to keep calling you out. Anyway. And yeah, let's just get into it. As always, thank you so much for being here. A special thank you to my members. Join memberships to become a Tokidoki, and you'll have access to all the emojis, have a Mickey Chew badge next to your name, and early access to some videos. And with that, let's get into it.
Look at my new ring, guys. I only paid $5 for it, but still. Oh, thank you. It's a heart with like. Look at my ring. It's got a red like diamond, and it kind of matches like the cherry.
Well, it's not a diamond. It's nothing. It's cheap. Oh, I only paid $5. So what? So what? How much is that vape addiction, Tophia? Like I said, I don't vape, but I know plenty of people who do. That's not cheap. How much was that? Huh?
No, it's not. This ring is not anything. I bought this ring myself. No, I'm not engaged. I bought this ring myself. This is where it only fits. That's where most rings only fit. See, that's kind of a tight fit. It won't fit there. Obviously, it won't fit on my thumb because it'll be like that. And it's too big. So, if it's there. This is a 9, but I think I'm a 10. If I get a 10, it might fit somewhere else. Guys, if you're talking about being sober today, that is weird considering the fact I'm sober every day. I do not do anything. If you believe
you vape,
I'm on substances, then you're a weirdo. If you don't.
Well, okay, yes, I know vape isn't considered a substance, but I'm gonna include it in here because she annoyed me. You vape, Tophia.
Know what someone looks like on substances, you're a weirdo.
We see your daddy.
Someone who's kind, someone who's funny, being a good person is what matters. I would say, well, when people say looks don't matter, they do just a little bit, but beauty isn't.
Yeah, Tophia, that's why you got an Asian fetish. Yeah, we know.
I have to hold up right. Who is funny, who's caring, who well, I'm not gonna say anything. It really is damaging. Do people not understand?
Wait, maybe I put her 2? I put her at 1.5. Let's 1.25. And we will go from there.
I don't have a caretaker. 57. Who's 50?
You need one. You need one. I've already said it. You need one.
7.
You need a wrangler.
Me. I'm gonna be 32 this year. Oh no,
33.
It's so long.
When she turns 32, just know we bumping it to 33. Okay?
I would tell you everything, but man, the tea is just spicy. I'm just kidding. Well, it's not tea technically. So I want to do an ancestry test because I heard some things, and I want to probably gonna touch with them and learn more about my culture and stuff.
Will you reveal the results?
I don't know anything for certain, but we might have some indigenous. I don't know. But I think, I don't want to say anything for sure, because...
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Sorry. I don't know what's going on with me today. Should I be recording? I don't know. If I don't record now, I don't think there's going to be a video tomorrow because I don't have time in the morning. But,
I know that there are people that come on here and be like, oh, well, I'm indigenous. I'm from this tribe. And they make things up. So that's why I don't want to say anything until...
This isn't me saying that she has ever claimed to be indigenous. I'm just saying she lies.
I take the test because that's what I heard.
You heard? From who?
So,
from who? You just heard? You just heard? What?
Well, it's probably not much because my mom's Hispanic. Yeah, it's probably not that.
She's so stupid. She's so dumb. She's so dumb. She's so dumb.
Not much. No, I'm not Samoan. But I just want to...
Sorry. I love my Samoans, but that just came out of nowhere.
Take the ancestry test, but it would be cool to gauge and see where that...
But will you share the results? Will you share the results? I have a feeling you will not. Because when you get Europe, majority Europe, no indigenous, nothing, I have a feeling you will be mad.
So, I'm 5'3.5". They said I shrunk. I was like 5'1" or something. I don't think I'm 5'1". I'm sorry.
Now, Tophia does seem tall. I'm not gonna lie. Tophia does give off like 5'8". And it's because she looks like a troll. There, I said it. And Tophia is not tall. I believe she is 5'1", at most 5'3". She is, it's weird because, like I said, she does give off tall.
I'm 5'3.5". Because there are people that I'm taller than them. That doesn't make sense. Because I was told I was 5'3.5", and then they tell me like 5'1". I am not 5'1".
Well, if it's a medical professional, then I would rather trust them than you. Second of all, you can shrink just as you can grow. Before I lost a lot of weight, I was 5'3". I was 5'3" for a long time. I lost a lot of weight. Now I'm 5'5". So it can happen. And Sophia, we've already... First of all, this is a perfect example right here. Look at your posture. And I've already said it. You turning into your mother. You better straighten that back.
And it's not because I wear like heels. I've always been 5'3". Even without my shoes, I'm still taller than them.
Who?
Yes, I am. I'm African American. My dad is black. I'm not taking a DNA test. So.
Oh, you won't take a DNA test. Fine, whatever. Can you even find your dad to get a DNA test? Is that even possible right now, Tophia? Let's be real. Let's be fucking real. Anyway, let's take the ancestry test and let's go from there. One step at a time, y'all. One step at a time.
And it's not a DNA test, it's an ancestry test. So goodbye. He's not my stepdad. Thank you. On my mom's side, possibly. But I want to take a test. I can't just say for certain. Yes, I'm Hispanic and black. No, I don't have a girlfriend. And when I can't, DNA test is to see if your biological parent. Ancestry test and DNA test are two different things.
Here we go.
When you take a DNA test on Maury, you're not taking a DNA test to see if, those are two different things. DNA test is to see if someone's your biological parents. They even test mothers to see if they're the real mothers, because sometimes mothers don't tell their kids the truth, and sometimes their kids have feelings that they were adopted. So they get a test and find out
Is this
that
personal,
it's not...
Tophia?
their real mother. Just like how you take cotton swabs and all that stuff, your DNA, and then they run a test and they see if, well, isn't fraternity test just a DNA test?
So stupid.
I know they both use DNA, but technically one is like, I just want to see my ancestry, that's it. Hispanic people, Mexican people are indigenous. Well, I can't speak for myself, but I want to take the ancestry test, so yes. A lot of Hispanic people and people from Mexico are indigenous. They have indigenous, that does not sound right, but you get what I'm trying to say. No, I am not married. That's the only finger it fits on, as demonstrated, and I bought it. Nobody bought it for me. I'm just trying to process all this that's going on. I have so much, and it's a lot, and it's just like, I don't know. I guess I just gotta be patient and let things happen naturally, because it's just, for me...
What happened to manifesting? I thought we were manifestors. No, we don't do that anymore?
No, I'm not.
Do we pray? Do we pray? Remember, sisters in Christ.
Rush things, but also... my hair's not matted.
It is. Take it out, put a brush through it. Put your fingers through it. There you go. I'll go easy on you. Put your fingers through it. I want to see.
If you hate watch me, I can say something really rude, but I tend not to, because the only thing that is worse than hate is you going to play in traffic on the highway and nobody caring. I could say that.
Corny, boo, boo, boo.
Which I just did, but then people would be like, that's so mean.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, tell people what to do. Okay?
Care if people hate watch me. Why are you telling me this? This is some new information. The highway is waiting for you. Frolic in it. Significant people that literally only have one follower because they got nothing better to do than to make fake accounts with one follower. And that one follower is them probably following themselves because they're a lonely weirdo trying to tell me that they hate watch me. The only
projection. Calm down.
Hate watch is a penny. Because you're bored and you have a lonely life. You're like SpongeBob when he's like, the gang's all here and you have no friends. Except the penny.
I hate when she fucking does these fucking stupid ass examples. And then she drags it. We got it. Haters are losers. They're lonely. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, move on.
A potato chip and some Kleenex. Talking about hate watch. I already knew people hate watch me.
Duh.
Tell me something I really don't know.
We don't have all day, Tophia. I can't be here all day.
One person messaged me, was like, I'm bored. Let's go apply for jobs. No, you go apply for jobs if you're bored. What are you doing? Girl, get your money up, not your funny up. Don't quit your day job. You're not a comedian. That was not funny. Boring. Boo, tomatoes.
Oh, this is weird. Ew, I just got the heebie-jeebies. Ugh. How much longer do I have this? We're not even 10 minutes in. Oh my god, I gotta shut up. Go ahead.
It's not even funny. At this point, why would I need to get a job if I'm able to pay my bills? Barely. But I'm...
Why would I need to get a job when I can pay my bills? Barely. Excuse me? What? Okay.
I'm able to pay it, so shush. I think some of you need to step outside and go touch some grass. You need to touch a whole...
oh yeah, I forgot to mention. She did go live earlier. She was at a freaking lake with some geese bothering them. Yeah, I'm not going over that. What the fuck I look like watching her with some birds. She is a bird.
Field of grass. Run through it. Frolic through the grass and scrape your hands across the blades of the grass. Okay, because I don't even know what to tell you. At this point, you have a very unhealthy parasocial relationship that you need to fix. Because being here... worrying about what I do all day is weird. Especially...
I don't think it's worrying. No one's worried. The only person that's worried is your mother, who you couldn't give less of a shit of. It's curious. Me personally, I can only speak for myself. I'm curious. What you gonna do? What you gonna do next when this shelter thing doesn't work out? When you get into housing and you're gonna be upset with it? When people bother you at your house, apartment, whatever. That's what I am. I'm curious. I'm intrigued.
Even go to the gym without someone taking a picture. Just so they can say, haha, I got you. Like, so I went to the gym with my friend. I'm not dating anybody. What's it to you? And if there was something going on between me and someone else, I wouldn't say anything because you guys are on the internet.
She wouldn't have to. I'll keep saying it. We will know when Tophia got somebody.
Internet. People watch my stuff. I'm not saying I got anything going on with somebody.
We know.
I'm just saying this is crazy. I don't want to tell you guys nothing, and I shouldn't. I'm not going to tell you guys personal secret things because
Oh no.
you guys are the type of people that no one should trust their secrets with.
Oh no, it's not like we're strangers on the internet. What? You can't tell us, strangers on the internet, that you have no idea who we are? You can't tell us your secrets? What? That is a crazy concept, Tophia. That is crazy.
Not even your friends. And I hope nobody tells you their deep personal secrets because that would be weird. You're horrible friends. I hope you don't have any. Just how you treat me, I only think of...
Newsflash, Tophia. I'm not your friend. A lot of us are not your friend, and that's your problem. You think your audience is your friend when we're not. We are just that, your audience. We are not your friend. We are not your family. So we're not going to treat you as such.
How you would treat your friends. That's just my thought process. The way you treat me is probably how you treat your friends.
Never.
If a person can't come on here to say something really important, that should tell you something. And something that they should be able to feel comfortable to tell people. They can't even do that. I didn't blast my own business. I went out to hang out with a friend, and all of a sudden we're dating. Is that weird? Exactly.
You didn't have to address it. You could have just said one time, I'm not dating anybody, that's my friend, done. But you continue to, which makes people continue to ask, because that's just how it works. We are not even 10 minutes in. Oh my God.
They stalk and harass people. They literally say, oh, you have a girlfriend. Well, you can believe whatever you want. I don't have a girlfriend.
Will do.
Not the one that, not, I don't have a girlfriend. Sorry, I was going to say something else. No, I don't. You're literally talking about me.
Does one eye look extra droopy today to y'all? Right? Tophia, get this eye checked. What's going on? You got a sty?
Inviting myself when I don't even invite myself to go anywhere. She's the one who asked if I want to go places.
Because if they don't invite you, can you just imagine how mopey she'll be? We already see how she acts whenever she don't get her way. They don't invite her somewhere, she gonna be on Instagram posting about wanting to kill herself. Yeah, so of course.
What are you talking about? I have the bus. I can take that if I want to.
Then
she didn't say
take it to see your mother.
What are you talking about? She doesn't even talk on social media. That's a lie because I know she doesn't make TikToks. And you see how you switch the subject from saying she makes TikToks to go visit your mom? Stop lying on people.
No, go visit your mom. Go visit your mom. Multiple things can happen at once. And who's to say that the people that are saying it are the same person? It's a chat, which means multiple people are engaging and talking. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was multiple people saying different things. But, you know, it's Tophia. But anyway, Tophia, go see your mom.
Buddy is scared of me.
Let's not change that subject.
I can take the bus if I need to. I don't go every single place with her. When she goes some places and she goes with other friends, I don't say, hey, can I go with you unless she invites me. Otherwise, I'm not letting me go. Literally sit here and lie on somebody is weird, considering the fact that they don't even post on social media at all. And then you literally know you just lied, and now you're trying to deflect from your lie. Is it in DMs or is it in video? Oh, now it's both. I know it's not both, because I don't even invite myself. You're not gonna lie. I know you're lying because I don't even invite myself. She's the one who says, do you want to go? And I'm like, sure. No way, shape, or form do I.
Because you're probably sitting around like fucking Eeyore. Can you? I already know. I can see it. Y'all know. Tophia probably sit in that common room in the corner in the dark, just huffing and puffing.
Anywhere.
I gotta stop talking. Oh my God.
So bad and it's not gonna work. It just doesn't make sense. I'm tired.
You know what it is? This is edited, so that's why I'm like constantly pausing a lot more compared to when I'm watching it unedited and I have like the space to like when she's not engaging and talking and just like stemming or whatever. That's what it is. Because I'm like, what? I feel like I'm talking so much, but that's the reason.
Okay, that makes no sense. How does someone invite themselves when somebody says, hey, do you want to go somewhere? If they're saying, do you want to go somewhere? How is that me inviting myself? You sound idiotic.
Oh.
You sound idiotic. You sound stupid as hell. Like,
hell.
It's not exactly. It's not inviting yourself if someone says, hey, do you want to go somewhere? I'm not the one that wants to go everywhere. I just like to get out. I could literally just take the bus if I have to. It's not a problem. Why are you just in people's business? Stay out of people's business. I'm not inviting myself because I didn't even say, can I go? I don't ask to go anywhere. I'm the one that gets asked if I want to go someplace. Saying, do you want to go? I never once invited myself anywhere. If they don't ask me, oh well, I stay home. If I don't really have anything to do, I will stay home. Otherwise, if I really want to do something, I could take the bus. Just because you want to be weird. That's a you problem. That's not a them problem. You have a problem, and it's not even your vehicle. That's what's weird. You're trying to control someone's vehicle that's not even yours. Here's the thing, you pry in people's relationships, you cause too much problems.
This is a conversation that she don't even need to be having. She does not need to be, but she's going back and forth with no one, with strangers. We have no backing of our argument, the argument being that she is taking advantage of stud shoes, car, or whatever. We have really no backup. This is just something that people theorize, right? Just based off what they have seen and what they have heard. Tophia is now arguing that, which just makes it seem more true. That's the problem. That's her problem. Like, you don't have to argue this at all. But here you are, sitting here going back and forth with fucking strangers.
Then you want to sit here and act like you don't, and then you laugh about it like I'm not isolated. I will never be isolated because you're not going to try to isolate me from people. And nothing you will do.
You know who is isolated? Your mother.
Will ever work. I'm sorry, it's not going to work. You're not going to stop people from being my friends. It hasn't worked.
That's true. It's not going to be us. It's always going to be Tophia. Tophia, that is all you. 100%. You can take all the credit.
It will never work. No matter how many times you do or say something, it's not going to work. Especially the people that knows me. I have been very honest about what has happened. And it has not worked. Like, what, did you think I was going to be isolated? No, I go through the same stuff that my friend goes through, my other friend. And not once. You just literally try to celebrate that I have no friends. You're not hate watching, you're harassing. There's a difference. If you didn't care, then you wouldn't harass someone, try to find out where they live, dox them, and then talk about how they're dating somebody they're not even dating. And then on top of that, harass people that literally defends me, and then you harass them and dox them. So if you really didn't care, you wouldn't be doing all of that. And people could literally talk about this online. They could literally show proof that they get harassed just for even defending.
I just hate when she, like, puts all of us under an umbrella. That's what it's like. She just lumps us all into one person, and it's annoying because I don't dox. I don't do that, nor do I encourage it. So don't put that shit on me.
And then when they do, you automatically
and I don't
assume
harass.
that it's
I just
me
talk
under
my
another
shit.
account.
Thank you.
I have 2 accounts, right? I have my backup account, and I have my main account. I can go on either one to defend myself. I don't need to make a fake account to defend myself. That is too much work to make a fake account just to reply to every single person.
But it's not too much work to make another account to go on Glenn's live when he told you not to go on his live because he said you were bringing negative energy into his lives, right? That wasn't too much work, right? Okay.
Pretending that I'm somebody else. That makes no sense. These people know who they are. It just bothers you that I have supporters and you don't like that. You don't believe I have supporters. That's your issue.
I believe
and
it.
When I do, you just assume it's me. Go ahead, they laugh at that. I think it's funny. Walking around here thinking that I make all of these accounts to defend myself. Do you not know that people can track IP addresses? They would know it was me. They would have already exposed me being a part of those fake accounts if it was me. I would have already been exposed as being behind those accounts. People don't use their brain. It's just so weird to me. You just see her harassing people, doxing people, literally prying into people's personal business. You're in this creepy parasocial relationship. I have great people that loves me and cares about me. You don't even
convince
know
yourself, I guess.
On. And it's been a lot of positive. Things may not be going out the way that I want them to, but eventually they will. I believe it. I know in my heart that it'll go in a positive way. I just know.
When?
Because I have to believe it, right? And it's not about believing, it's about working towards those things, right?
True.
You may not believe it.
But Tophia, what are you working towards? You put less than the bare minimum into your social media, which is something that you pride yourself in, right? You pride yourself in being social media influencer or having social media being your job. But you do less than the bare minimum. So how do you work towards anything? Oh, your housing. That's being given to you. What'd you have to do? Sign up? Oh, I'm sorry. You had to get diagnosed. So you did get diagnosed by ChatGPT. I'll give you that. But other than that, what are you doing?
But I believe it. Everything that I prayed for, that I talked about, that I want.
Pray? Pray? We really are in the religious arc. Wow. We really are. Christian Chew.
I asked for has happened. No joke. Now things may not happen as fast as I want them to, but they will happen eventually. I don't make this stuff up. When I do something, when I manifest something, it happens.
Here we go.
I'm not 32, I'm 31. I'm gonna be 32 this year. I'm doing good.
You are closer to 32 than you are 31, so you are now 32. And when you turn 32, you will be 33, okay?
Thing I lose at life, when literally I have the best people in my life.
Oh, I thought she was gonna say I have the best life right now. I would have been like, oh, girl. I mean, that's how she believes, right? Let's be real. Real talk. You know that's how Tophia feels. I feel like Tophia feels that she is living her best life right now, which is fucked up given the circumstances.
Ask for anything better, right? Like I said, and friends can be soulmates too, right? I will look, well, not.
Ooh, be careful. Stud chew, friend chew, imaginary friend chew, be careful. She gonna start saying y'all twin flames, please, please.
The person that is, because the person that is, people think that is my girlfriend, we just became friends, right? For a while. But I have other friends, your friends can be your soulmate. And like me, I would look for that person in every single lifetime. And that is no joke. If I was to come back, and I believe in reincarnation, because I do believe sometimes in reincarnation, and they came back, I would look for them in every single lifetime. People don't
more than your mom? Because you ain't looking for that bitch.
Know what that is like. To have someone, they could have easily just said, no, I don't want to be your friend. They could have easily just cut me off. And yes, they have said they...
Could they have? Could they have? Again, showing up at their shelter looking for them after they set a boundary. And then afterwards popping 7 Tylenol in hopes of getting their attention, which you did, which is fucked up. But,
things out of anger. But sometimes people don't mean what they say when they're angry. How am I stalking someone
doesn't change it. Doesn't change it. You still said it.
I don't literally go anywhere where they're at and stalk them. Hello? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Showing up to their place and stalking them. I literally do my own thing. Hello?
Hello? You showed up to their shelter. Hello?
You guys always try to say this. You don't even know what stalking is. That is so weird. I literally am home most of the time. Or I'm either home most of the time or I go do my own thing. What are we talking about? Not my own thing. I just go out. I don't need to lose weight because people like me the way that I am. You're just mad. I don't have to lose weight for someone to like.
True, which she's absolutely right about. She doesn't, but I'm not even going to talk about your weight, Tophia. I'm just talking about you as a person.
That's crazy. You wouldn't know what that was like for somebody to like you the way that you are because they probably told you to lose weight yourself. It is projection.
Like your daddy did?
And I would appreciate if you stop placing your insecurities onto me. That's very insecure. These are things that I think about because, yes, I want to be a better person and I don't want to be successful for the money. Someone once told me it wasn't all about the money. They were like, they don't really care in that aspect about having all this money.
So somebody who she was attracted to said that and now she believes that.
Because they believe that there are good people out there in the world because of me. And there are things that I'm not going to get into detail or basically like, spill everything online. But for me personally, my thought process is not about being rich. It's about being successful and providing for those I truly care about. Because seeing people in certain situations and not being able to help hurts. Especially the fact that my mom does not have a place. That bothers me, right?
So what are you doing about that? Because there are things you can do about it. I believe so. If there weren't, Tophia would say that. But she doesn't because there are and she's just not doing it.
I could literally just buy a house. Work at my social media.
No, stupid. I'm talking, why don't you have your mom in your shelter that you're in right now? Or why can't you work to get her in a better shelter? Maybe somewhere closer to you.
House. I don't care what people think that they hate watch me or this and that. If you really want somebody to change, then you would allow them to change without ridiculing them all the time. If it
Tophia, if we are not here, you don't make money. I don't know how many times I gotta tell you that and how many times it's gonna take for you to get it through your head. If you do not have the hate watchers, you're not making money. You'll make something, but not nearly enough as what you make now, which is not a lot anyway. So can you imagine? Please.
Really about change, then why are you sitting here not letting somebody change? Having a job does not mean that someone's changed. Let's be for real. It's not about
Oh
a
my God, be quiet.
job, right? You're telling someone to not do what they love. I do not want to work a job making money for someone else. That makes no sense to tell me to do something that you hate doing. Some of you guys don't even want to get up and go to a job. But you're telling me to get up and go to a job. Well, you call in sick because you don't want to go to work that day. You lying about not wanting about being sick. It's projection. What does having
Just like you lie about not needing a job. There you go.
a job have to do with someone changing? Why can't social media be my job without people complaining?
Because you can't afford it. Because you can't. One, people say it to get on your nerves, and this is what we get, so it works. But two, you just said earlier that you are barely able to afford your bills. So clearly you are struggling. So maybe getting another job would help. Do I care if Tofia gets a job? No, I don't. But here we are talking about it, so that's my commentary on it.
What does that got to do with anything? Because you don't want someone to make more money than you because that makes you insecure? That is...
No, first of all, that is 100% projection right there. What she just said, that whole thing was projection. Because who said that? Who said that?
It's the weirdest thing.
It is the weirdest thing, Tofia. It is. What are you talking about?
Saying, well, what do we have to be jealous of? You're literally jealous of the fact that someone could make more money than you, and you can't understand why. Instead of...
There is always... This is such a dumb argument, but I'm going to entertain it. There is always going to be somebody making more money than you. Always. And if you want to talk about the idea of you don't want someone who you hate watch to make more money than you, as for myself, I don't care. I have followed Amberlynn, who at one point was at least making 10K a month, which is something I don't do. Same with Foodie Beauty. There was at one point where she made 20K a month, which is not something I do. So it doesn't bother me. That's what I've always said. It doesn't bother me if someone does better. And I'm talking about in the sense of like locales. If someone I don't like does better than me, I don't really care because at the end of the day, they are still them. Amberlynn is still Amberlynn. Chantal is still Chantal. And Tophia is still Tophia. And I would not trade anything to be them. That is where I'm coming from. That's my point.
Of learning how to make money yourself, you want to project on someone and say, it's not jealousy to the point that you want to be me. It's jealous at the fact that you're not where I'm at. That's the jealousy.
Tophia, where are you? Because I'll tell you where you are. Maybe that green screen has fooled you, but it has not fooled me. You are in a shelter. You are in a shelter. Alone. Because your brother is dead. Which is something that you played a part in why you were in that car that night. Not his murder, but in the reason why he was there. Your father is MIA on any corner of New Mexico, injecting who knows into his system. And your mother, the one person you have left, is rotting away in an unsafe shelter, probably being bullied and abused. So please answer me that. Please. Would love to know.
Part of it that you're not making, you can't make thousands
And
of
you're
dollars.
ugly. There you go, I said it.
It has nothing to do with being rich. It's just being financially stable so I can travel places, so I can do things with my friends with either of us having to worry
Oh, never said her mother. Interesting. I mean, let's be real. Marie is in no state to travel. Absolutely not.
about housing. It has nothing to do with wanting to be rich and being a hoarder. You sit here and make the wrong people famous, and it's like, well, why are they acting like they? I don't understand why they're... And if you are so
Yeah, your
bothered by
back's still
someone not
hurting.
having
I
a
see
job,
it.
seek a therapist. Go talk to a therapist. Don't talk to me. That's messing with your mental health to be worrying about someone that doesn't worry about you. I could care less if you have a job or not. You sitting here literally being so bothered by someone not having a job must lead to a mental health crisis. I don't walk up to a homeless person
Tylenol bottles are safe around me. That's all I'll say.
on the street and say, how come you don't have a job? You need to get a job. And then walk up to the same homeless person the next day and tell them the same thing. That's a major issue that you need to resolve. Seek some help. Even people are telling you that something's not right. If there's a lot of people telling you, why are you this concerned about someone not having
Finish that thought. No, finish that thought. I have a feeling there's a reason why you didn't finish it.
a job, then you really need to reevaluate what you're doing with yourself. It's just so weird. And then you think making a username telling me to get a job is what bothers me. I have a job.
Clearly.
You know what is funny? That I don't care if you tell me to get a job because you're still here watching, so you must really care. What if you got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs? What if you got a whole bunch of jobs and you won't be worried about me? Who is complaining, boss lady? Who is complaining? I'm literally defending myself. I am not complaining about people telling me to get a job. You need to get a job. Look at your profile picture. It looks like you're struggling. I'm not the one that's struggling.
Tophia, I'm not the one that's struggling. Girl, somebody, please. Stud Chew. Get your friend. Get her, because she's losing it. She has lost it. Please. And don't talk about looks, Sophie. I try not to go there. I try. I'll talk about, what she's wearing. I'll talk about that hair, because, girl, I don't give a fuck. But don't go there.
You got more than one struggle you need to pick. You got multiple struggles while being in the struggle. That's not what I am talking about not needing to change. The thing is having a job is not, I don't know where your mindset is at because you're stupid. Are you dumb and dumber? You are dumb and dumber. Getting a job is only going to cause someone more mental health problems, considering the fact that lots of people have mental health problems that stems from their job. Nobody wants to be stressing about whether or not they're going to hang on to their job because they could be fired at any moment. That does not make sense to throw someone into the trauma and then tell them that they must get a job that'll help them change. No, that'll cause them more trauma, more mental health issues, more stress. And the more you stress, the more you slowly kill yourself. That is literally a fact. Stress is a causer of unalivement. And I'm not trying to unalive myself a lot.
She just talks to talk. Like, there's just nothing. You shake her head and you just hear like a rattle. Because there's nothing going on up there.
Faster. You can do that, but not me. There's no way I'm going to go cause myself more stress, have a mental breakdown or a breakdown in the middle of my job, not be able to go home, right? And them not caring and saying, well, you can't do that because in front of the customers, that's not professional. Right? When you work for a company, you have to literally be the face of the company in a sense of you have to be careful what you do. If I have a breakdown, if something triggers me, or if my PTSD and I have an outburst or something happens that I can't control, they're not going to care. You don't bring your personal problems to work. How many times do they tell you that?
So why are you doing it here? Social media is your job, right? So why are you bringing this shit here? Huh?
They hire you. Never bring your personal problems to work. You go to work crying about your breakup, they're going to fire you. Use your common sense.
The way that she said that as the last live was her crying over being dumped by whether that's a friend, an imaginary relationship, whatever it was, she was dumped. So for her to say that is so rich.
If you go to work crying about your breakup, they're going to fire you. They don't care that your boyfriend broke up with you on a Tuesday and you're bawling your eyes out. And you're having to go through all these emotions. They do not care. To sit here and to tell someone to unalive themselves is crazy because that's what happens with stress. I'm not trying to worry myself even more than I'm already worried. I want to have a successful business. I want to have a successful platform.
And you have neither. You have neither. You will never have a successful business, Tophia, because you are not a business person. Please stop. It's embarrassing.
So that way I won't have to worry about whether or not I can make my payments. I can pay my rent.
She's so stupid.
They want you to be making 2 to 3 times the rent. No one is making $3,000 at McDonald's. Some places want that. But then
how long until she mentions the lady on the oxygen tank? How long? Because she always mentioned her.
I'm not going to get stuck at a place that I can't afford, and then I'm still struggling while having a job. That is not going to be me. And the only person that is a clown is you. You're a clown. You let these billionaires run this ring. What is sad? I literally have disabilities. And I explained why I couldn't get a job or can't work. If you believe that's an excuse, then you're ableist.
Oh
Because you can't
God.
sit here and tell someone that you don't think they have disabilities because they don't act a certain way. I'm not
No, it's because you yourself said you didn't. And then you started saying you did when it was convenient for you.
going to act a certain way just so you can believe I have a disability. If someone acts,
I don't think Tophia, it depends on how you see it. I think Tophia is just a slow person, honestly. That's really it. Other than that, I don't really see anything else. How she looks, that's just unfortunate DNA. But everything else, okay, what?
a certain way, that means that they are lying about their disabilities because you want to stereotype what a disability is. When someone says they have a disability, why should someone have to act a way that you deem the disability to be disabled? That is fake and false. If someone's acting like that, then that means that they don't really have the disability. I literally explained what has happened to me in a span of trying to get housing. They are trying to use my social media to not help me, and then you're telling me that is deserved. No, it is not. That is discrimination.
Do you have evidence of that? Or is this just your schizophrenia coming out? Which is it?
That is not deserved. That is discrimination, you dumb ass bitch.
Ooh.
Excuse my language. Do you not know how that works? You're sitting here telling someone they deserve that when that is literally considered discrimination, and I can sue for that.
Do it.
You cannot deny someone housing off the basis of their social media.
So do you think they denied it based off something else? Is that an option or no? I just want to know.
That is like denying someone housing because of the color of their skin. That is very much considered discrimination.
I don't think
I was
so.
wrongfully evicted from the apartment that I was living in from before. And people want to sit here and celebrate that. I could sue for that.
Do
And
it.
saying, oh, well, you didn't pay the rent. We literally got approved for the COVID relief fund to pay our rent. They said, you need the manager's name. They would not give us the manager's name. To be sitting here and telling me,
Maybe they didn't want y'all living there then. Maybe they wanted a reason to kick you out and that was it. They said, oh, we don't have to give her that. Let's get them out of here, you know? And like I said, I don't really give a fuck because your father was out there lighting fires, causing ruckus. Y'all needed to be out of that apartment.
Though they knew they had money coming to them to pay the rent, that I did not pay the rent is idiotic to literally stand by people that must have not wanted their rent. They obviously did not want to be paid. If they wanted
Exactly, Tophia. If they willing to cut their losses and not get the money that was owed to them by having y'all there, means that they wanted you out.
to be paid, they would have gave us the manager's name and they could have had a check. They could have already had
Exactly. And they didn't want the check if it was attached to y'all. Duh.
their check of the full amount paid.
They
must
wanted
have not
y'all
wanted their rent
out.
that bad. If I literally, because I reached out because there's this COVID relief fund because it was at the height of like COVID, and so there was this relief fund for people who literally couldn't afford rent, and it had nothing to do with not being able to go to work because of COVID. It was a relief fund for people that were behind on their rent. I was one of those people, so I reached out to them, and they literally told me that I was approved. They said, you're approved. The only thing we need is the manager's name. If you wanted your rent that bad, wouldn't you give someone the name so you could get your check?
Yeah, except if you don't want to deal with somebody. If you don't want to deal with the situation and you're willing to cut your losses and not get that money, then yeah. She's so dumb. She's so dumb.
They refused to give us the name of the manager, then tried to sit here and say that we refused to pay the rent. You showed the neighbor our eviction notice before you showed us. That's against the law. And it was confirmed by a Discord who literally said that and shared that they saw my eviction notice. You literally are documenting this stuff for the police to see.
Well, Tophia, I don't believe that you didn't see it before the Discord, to be honest, because you, your mother, your father, your brother, ain't no brains in that fucking house. So I can imagine that they did tell y'all, and y'all just in one ear, out the other. Whew, that was it.
You're helping my case. You're helping me get money.
Do it.
I'm
So
tired
what?
of being stuck in this situation of having to wait for housing. Waiting for them is waiting like the old lady in the wheelchair on SpongeBob saying chocolates. I remember when they used to sell chocolates. I do not want to be like that. I want to have my own house. I'm not waiting for these people. I'm so sick and tired. Every time I turn around, someone's always getting housing before me and my mom, who have been waiting.
No. Oh, someone's going to get more house. How much you want to bet the people that are getting housing her are like families? How much you want to bet? Families or people that have been in the system longer? How much? Tophia, she wants it now. And I'm telling you, like I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. Whenever she gets that housing, she's not going to be happy with it. Unless, like I said, it is a house with a fence and a driveway and a garage and a pool and a grill in a gated community. She's not going to be happy with it. And when she realizes that it's not going to be that,
for housing for months since last year. We were a victim of a violent crime, and clearly our safety is not being a priority.
Because the person that committed the violent crime is dead. You are no longer a danger or in danger in that situation. What are they protecting you from exactly that you haven't put on yourself? Let me be clear.
You think someone that was in a violent carjacking being viewed at would at least receive some sort of help to get safe housing right away?
You were put in a shelter. You yourself have said that you were put in a hotel under an assumed name. You were given money. You were helped, Tophia. You did nothing with it.
For months since last year, we were a victim of a violent crime, and clearly our safety is not being a priority. Wouldn't you think someone that was in...
She really thinks she's like the only one that matters. She really thinks, and that's fucked up. Like, Tophia, you are so self-centered, self-absorbed, and selfish. It's disgusting, actually.
A violent carjacking being viewed at would at least receive some sort of help to get safe housing right away. No, they want to put us in the street and cause us to have mental health problems so they can scream mental health. That's what it was. Imagine throwing someone under the bridge where they do all kinds of drugs, knowing they're not on substances and they don't do all kinds of drugs, putting someone in danger.
That's going to be you under the bridge if you don't shut your mouth and act right.
Only a hoodie, no protection, no tent, no nothing, and telling them this is where you're going to sleep tonight. You don't know what that is. People are shooting at or viewing at homeless people's tents because a news anchor on TV said, pew them to homeless people, and someone went to a homeless encampment and did that to homeless people because that person said that on live TV. This was last year. And you want to sit here and tell me that I'm supposed to be okay, that I'm not supposed to be traumatized after everything that I went through?
But you are not the only one. This is a very large system. Clearly faulty system. You are not the only one. That is what I am saying. You are not the only one. You are acting like you are the only one, but you're not.
Imagine sending a man to someone's door and telling him the door is open to come right in, and he's about to walk right in as
why
my
are we
brother's
jumping
leaving,
from one thing to another?
and I'm terrified. And then telling me just to get off the internet. You know what that is? That is literally breaking the law, and you can go to jail for that. Who even thinks that it's okay? Do you know the amount of times people have talked about people sending people from dating apps to their door, and you're in the comment section being like, that is so wrong. I can't believe people do that. I can't believe they did that to you while actively condoning it for someone else. Then you really...
Not me. I've said it. I don't condone what happened to Tophia. I don't condone it. I don't continue to condone it. Don't do it. That's not fun. That's not cool. That's not funny to me. At the same time, Tophia, I don't like you. Like, that doesn't mean you should be higher up on the totem pole to get housing just because you can't get off the fucking internet. Multiple things can be true at once.
You don't believe that. You really don't believe what you're saying. You want that to happen to them because if you're saying it should happen to someone you don't like, then you don't care and you're a hypocrite. You can't be sitting here literally talking about ending bullying while actively bullying someone. Imagine sitting here screaming, end bullying, and you're the one that's bullying somebody. Nobody said
this is very pointed.
I'm not suing anybody because I can't sue everyone, yes. Dummy. That's not how it works. You just don't sue someone for no reason. I'm not going to go to court and take everyone to court and be like, I'm suing 10 people. That's not how it works. Spreading misinformation is one of the reasons.
But you act like it. You just come over here and be like, I can sue. I can sue them for that. I'm going to sue. Then do it. If you're not going to do it, then shut up.
you do get sued. But sitting on here saying I spent money from a GoFundMe I didn't have access to. Now that's grounds for suing. Spreading misinformation is ground for suing. Libel and slander is grounds for suing. Because I lost out on millions, if not thousands of dollars.
Tophia, hands up.
Agency wanted to lie and say they was never going to work with me in the first place when they was, and then use the excuse that my content didn't fit who they was looking for. Yes, I can sue you for all the money that I lost out on. And when you have to garnish your check and pay it to me, and you can't pay your bills because you got sued, that's on you. And the people who lied and spread the misinformation knows who they are. Literally talking about they're going to take me to court and sue me because I won't stop talking about them.
You need to stop doing that. That's all I do know. Cut that out right now.
Because they sent a fake cease and desist. I wish you would take me to court so you could get sued and have to pay.
Ew, stop it, Tophia.
Do you not know how things work? And literally people wants to sit here and believe.
Do you not know that you are on camera right now scratching yourself? Do you not know that?
First of all, when you serve someone with a cease and desist, they can't talk about you, right? Which was fake. But also the lawyer would advise him not to talk about me. Because if he really was taking me...
You know, okay. I gotta give it to her. It's been a minute since we've mentioned the J stuff. So I will give it to her. And we are almost done with this video. So I will let her say what she gotta say.
to court, then he wouldn't be talking about me and responding to me and lying to you all to your face. A lawyer would also tell him to be quiet because he will incriminate himself. That's why do you think the police say you have the right to remain silent? Nobody is going to come on the internet and serve a cease and desist and continue to talk about someone because it's not going to look good. Because if we were going to court, I would tell the judge, well, he sent me a cease and desist. I stopped talking about him, but he kept talking about me to antagonize me. And I did not want to say a thing. And then he would literally lose his case because the judge would side with me because the judge would see that he's been talking about me. Like, do you not know how these things work? Because I know someone who served people cease and desist letters and their lawyer told them, you cannot talk about the situation up until court. Even though they're not allowed to talk about him, he was not allowed to bring them up or talk about them. It does not look good. If you want to sit here and believe the lies, you can. Dumb and Dumber. Seriously. Three Stooges. How you gonna believe someone like that? They sent a fake cease and desist. I could take that cease and desist to a lawyer and sue them.
Do it.
I don't even have to sue them for that. I could take that to a lawyer and they can get in trouble for faking documents.
Do it.
You want to fake government documents? Well, I'll send it to the lawyer. Then we'll really see.
Real talk. Now that it's been a minute and nothing has really come of it, real talk, this is a safe space. Do you think Jay was being for real with the cease and desist? I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. It's open for discussion. Go ahead.
Can't sue for fake documents, but that could get him in some serious trouble. You can't sit here and do that. Do people not know? You can't just be sitting here sending people fake cease and desist and don't think you're gonna get in trouble. Not get in trouble for that. You 100% are. That's like me sending a fake cease and desist to you, and then I can get in trouble for that. And when I actually send a cease and desist, it won't be fake. And if you go online and say it's fake and act like it's fake, that's gonna look even worse on you. All I know is it's almost 2 o'clock and I gotta get some sleep, guys. I don't need to be sitting here arguing. Prove it. First of all, you don't go online and continue to keep talking after you provide a cease and desist. Any lawyer is going to tell you to be quiet. Thank you for the gift, just like me. If I sent someone a cease and desist, I cannot talk about my situation online until court is over. That doesn't mean that I can continue to keep talking. That's not how that works. And when they send a cease and desist, it literally sometimes goes through the mail and sometimes through the email. But that's only if it's someone that has high-powered people behind them. Otherwise, you sending a fake cease and desist through the email proves to me, because first of all, cease and desist does not come literally from the person. It comes from the lawyer. He served me papers. You cannot serve papers. You cannot serve the person that you're sending the cease and desist papers. Someone has to serve it for them. I know how this works because I literally tried to get a restraining order, and in order for them to know that I was taking them to court for a restraining order, someone else had to take the documents.
My cat has hopped on the desk and has made it known
for me and serve them. I could not serve them myself.
Oh my gosh.
Even though that is a cease and desist, it's the same thing still applies. You cannot serve people a cease and desist. They serve the person a cease and desist. That's how it works. It's literally his email because it says J. He cannot serve me with a cease and desist. Either he would have to have his lawyer do it because he's not directly involved. If he don't have anyone to serve the papers, he would probably have to ask his lawyer or find someone else to serve the papers. I was not born yesterday. I have a learning disability, but at least I'm smarter than most people. Y'all stuck at a 5th grade reading level. 50% of people can only read up to a 5th grade, and making fun of me for reading up to a 7th grade reading level. Who cares? At least I read higher than you, and you're not even that smart, and you want to call me stupid, and you don't even know how the law works. I'm not going to sit here and argue with people that wants to believe the BS. I'm sorry. I got things to do, and I gotta go to sleep. So that's what I'm going to do. Sleep peacefully while people go right into a group chat and talk about me after I get off my life and talk about, here she is complaining about the same things every day. Here she is. Are you going to go to sleep or are you going to go in a group chat and obsess over me? Anyways, have a good day. Night. Where you
go? That ending. Oh my God. What a mess. I definitely zoned out. My cat decided to jump on here and mess around. If you have heard purring or are currently hearing purring, that's her. Yeah. We hear you, girl. Yeah, Tofia's dumb. But I've said to you, and this is why I say, like, I'm okay with talking about Tophia despite whatever a disability that she has. It's because, like, yeah, Tophia's dumb, but I truly, and this is me being super genuine right now, I believe that Tophia is smarter than Chantal and Amber. Like, does that make sense? Like, I think if they were all to be told to read a passage and then answer questions on that, Amber, Lynn, and Chantal would do better at it than Tophia. But if they were all to be put into a situation and make choices right off the bat, I think Tophia would do better at that. I don't know what that means, but that's just how I feel, and that's what I think. The J stuff, I genuinely, I still don't give a fuck. It's been how long? And I still don't give a fuck. Either do something or don't, and shut up. This has been one hell of a video. Between me and Tophia, who's been more overstimulating? Answer in the comments. Would love to know. And with that, it is time for me to go. My cat, right now she's blocking my view of OBS, so I don't even know if this is still recording. Because she's rubbing up on the keyboard right now, so who knows if she stopped it already. But if she hasn't, I'm just going to continue on and we will find out later. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like. If you are not subscribed, please do. I would appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter at Santokito, link in description. That's where you'll find me talking more shit. And with that, I will see you when I see you. Peace. Let me find the stop button. Okay, peace.